Hey guys, I am here to talk to you about our plan which we came up with, which was to have the students self-advocate, talk about their grades, analyze what they can improve on. So I'm going to share my entire screen with you. But let me go over the slides real quick. So they're not very long. There's a total of 10 slides. The first one is just like a little introduction. They have their picture here, and they would go over this with you on one-on-one. It gives them the directions. It's in Spanish. They'd start off by saying, thank you for being here for my performance review. Something you don't know about me is, and then their favorite music artist. Then we move on to the class they're focusing on, which would be yours, right? So if for Mr. Figueroa, it would be like French, right? French 1 or 2. My grade in this class is the grade that they have, the grade that they plan to get in the class by the end of the semester, and then the reason why they have the grade that they do right now. And so they would highlight or list all of the things that apply to why they have the grade that they do. Then they would go over that with you. So there's a sentence frame, and then they would read from here, whatever it is. A way to improve their grade would be to, and then they would be specific here, answering incomplete sentences. And then they would, these slides here, slides 6, 7, and 8 would depend on the subject. So if you teach, if this is for an English language arts, if you teach a language arts class, you would select this slide. If it's a math class, you would select this slide, and they would answer these questions. And they would go over them very briefly. If it's a PE, science, foreign language class, or an elective class, you would select this one and keep this one in the slides. And then you would talk about some soft skills. Now the last slide goes over like different sentences that go with these soft skills. And the soft skills, so my skills I'm strongest in are, and then they would list them. Skills they would like to work on would be here. I think the most important thing is that the students have some time to really reflect. I think the plan would be that they talk for about 2 minutes. You listen, they read everything. You go back, ask a couple of questions on certain parts of the slide. So they're practicing their communication skills, talking with the teacher about what they need to work on. And they have a game plan, right? And then you can revisit it with them in January to see how they did. And so for us, our data would be looking at their grades and then looking at how they fill out the survey for those questions that we filled out. One thing that we talked about to get them to actually fill out the survey, they're between grades, between a C and a D or a D and an F, right? If you do this, not only is it worth class points, but we will bump you up to the other grade. So if you're like at a 59 or a 58% and you do all your work and you try really hard and you're really right there, you're so close, we will bump you up to the D. We'll bump you up 1 letter grade. I think that would be a very good incentive for the kids. And then we thought on top of that to go with Jeff's idea of extra credit always seems to work. Offer extra credit on top of what they're getting for the assignment if they volunteer to participate and share out on their slides. Is to get them to try to get to 4 kids this Wednesday. I'm going to send this out to you now.